Hey there, explorers! Welcome back to our channel, where we delve deep into the teachings and principles of Christianity and embark on a transformative journey through the realms of faith and spirituality. Today, we've got a real head-scratcher on our hands. Why did God rest on the seventh day? It's a question that has captivated the minds of theologians, scholars, and believers alike for centuries. And today, we're going to unravel the mystery together. Get ready to embark on a journey of contemplation as we explore the profound significance behind God's decision to take a day of rest on the seventh day. So, buckle up and join us as we navigate through the rich tapestry of religious thought and uncover the layers of meaning behind this age-old question. To grasp why God rested on the seventh day, let's revisit the creation story in Genesis. This narrative highlights the importance of rest, prompting questions about why a supremely powerful God would take a break. By exploring this account, we can gain insights into the significance of God's rest and understand how it fits into His divine plan. Metaphorically, God's rest on the seventh day symbolizes the rest found in Jesus Christ for believers. Just as God ceased work on the Sabbath, Christians also reserve this day for rest and reflection. It's crucial to recognize that God's need for rest differs from ours. As the everlasting God, His rest doesn't indicate exhaustion. This insight adds depth to the symbolic connection between God's rest and the rest observed by Christians, emphasizing the spiritual dimensions and highlighting the unique nature of God's eternal rest. In the verses of Genesis chapter 2, verses 1 to 3, we learn about the completion of the heavens and the earth in their full and expansive form. It describes how, by the seventh day, God had successfully concluded all the tasks He had undertaken. Consequently, on the seventh day, He decided to take a rest from all the labor and effort He had put into His creative work. Taking a moment to appreciate the significance of this day, God blessed the seventh day and set it apart as a holy day. This act of sanctification was a recognition of the rest God enjoyed after the completion of the intricate and wondrous work of creation. Now, let's delve into the question, why did God choose to rest on the seventh day of creation? The passage found in Genesis chapter 2, verses 2 to 3 sheds light on this matter, emphasizing that God's decision to rest was not driven by fatigue or the need for recuperation, but rather had a deliberate purpose. It's crucial to grasp that God, being almighty and tireless, doesn't experience weariness in the same way humans do. The specific Hebrew term employed in Genesis chapter 2, verse 2, to describe God's rest implies not just a break, but a cessation of His creative activities. God intentionally ceased working on the seventh day because His work had reached a state of completion and perfection. His rest symbolizes the achievement of His creative purpose, signifying that everything was accomplished according to His divine plan. Understanding God's rest in this context helps illuminate the profound significance behind His deliberate pause on the seventh day. The importance of God's rest on the seventh day is evident in the Jewish tradition of the Sabbath. This practice is rooted in the law of Moses, which commands a day of rest, mirroring God's own rest on the seventh day of creation. The concept of a 7-day week widely followed today is directly influenced by this ancient narrative of creation, highlighting the enduring impact of God's rest on shaping cultural and religious practices. Now, let's delve into the question of why God specifically declared the seventh day as holy. In Exodus chapter 20, verse 11, it is explicitly stated, "For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them. But He rested on the seventh day. Therefore, the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy." This passage emphasizes the divine connection between God's active creation and the sanctification of the seventh day. By designating it as holy, God set apart the Sabbath, marking it as a special and consecrated day, further emphasizing the significance of rest and reflection on this particular day. Understanding this biblical context provides insight into the sacred nature attributed to the seventh day. In this context, holiness takes on a profound meaning, symbolizing a state of completeness and perfection. The seventh day is regarded as holy, primarily because it marks God's deliberate cessation of the creative process and His subsequent blessing upon it. When God bestows His blessing, it signifies that divine favor and grace are abundantly present. Therefore, the holiness attributed to the seventh day is a recognition of its special status, signifying not only the completion of God's work, but also the infusion of His blessings into that sacred day. Understanding God's holiness and designating one day as holy serves as a powerful reminder that our ultimate completeness and perfection come from Him. This concept is a call to redirect our focus from worldly pursuits and material wealth to the divine source of true blessings. By setting aside a specific day for God, we acknowledge His central role in our lives and express gratitude for the blessings He bestows upon us. In essence, the holiness of the seventh day prompts us to center our attention on God as the ultimate source of all blessings and to recognize the spiritual significance of taking time to connect with Him. So let's delve into understanding what the Sabbath is and why it holds significance. According to the biblical narrative, the Sabbath is a designated day of rest that follows 6 days of creative work. God established this pattern to guide humanity, encouraging the prioritization of rest and reflection. This rhythm is intended to help balance the demands of work with the need for rejuvenation, emphasizing the importance of maintaining a healthy and holistic lifestyle. The connection between the names Saturday and Sabbath reveals that the Israelites observed their day of rest on this specific day. This naming convention underscores the cultural and religious significance attached to the Sabbath. Furthermore, the fourth commandment, found in Exodus chapter 20, verses 8 to 11, plays a crucial role in emphasizing the sanctity of the Sabbath day. It outlines the importance of keeping this day set apart and holy, reinforcing the idea that the Sabbath is not just a regular day, but a special and consecrated time. It's worth noting that while Sunday is commonly associated with the Sabbath in many traditions, variations exist in how different religious movements observe this sacred day. For instance, the Seventh-day Adventist churches follow a distinct practice, observing the Sabbath from Friday evening to Saturday evening. This diversity highlights the flexibility in interpreting and observing the Sabbath within different religious communities, adding depth to the understanding of this significant day of rest. Let's take a closer look at why God observed the Sabbath and its significance in our relationship with Him. Our everlasting God seeks our faith and trust. During the Israelite journey in the desert, God showcased His care and provision by creating manna and quail. This act served as a demonstration of His desire for a deep connection with His people. Through the Sabbath, God not only provided a day of rest, but also sought to strengthen the bond between Himself and humanity. In addition to the spiritual aspect, God mandated the Sabbath for practical reasons. Similar to the necessity of sleep for functioning, humans require rest to prevent physical and mental exhaustion. The Sabbath serves as a reminder that we are not designed for continuous work. Instead, we need moments of reprieve to maintain our well-being. God, in His wisdom, understands the importance of rest as a fundamental aspect of our human experience. Observing the Sabbath carries deeper significance beyond physical rest. It is a deliberate act of recognizing that our blessings and well-being come from God. By setting aside a dedicated time for rest and reflection, we consciously avoid placing our work above God and our priorities. The Sabbath becomes a sacred space to focus on God as the ultimate source of our sustenance, reinforcing our dependence on Him for guidance and provision. In the bustling pace of today's society, taking a full day of rest might seem challenging. However, it's crucial to acknowledge that while work is essential, it does not hold the power to sanctify or save us. The Sabbath serves as a reminder that our reliance on God's blessings and finding true wealth in Him are foundational to our spiritual and emotional well-being. In the midst of our busy lives, dedicating time to rest and connect with God becomes an essential practice for a balanced and fulfilling existence. In summary, the example of God resting on the seventh day after creating the world provides us with a valuable model to emphasize the importance of rest, reflection, and faith in our lives. This divine act serves as a reminder that the blessings we receive come directly from God, and by dedicating specific time for Him, we open ourselves to spiritual renewal and overall well-being. taking a cue from God's intentional pause, we are encouraged to recognize the significance of incorporating moments of rest and contemplation into our routines, acknowledging that such practices contribute not only to our physical rejuvenation, but also to the nourishment of our spiritual and emotional selves. Therefore, by following this divine example, we can strive for a more balanced and fulfilling life rooted in gratitude, faith, and a deep connection with our Creator. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to our channel for more content like this and sharing it with fellow Christians seeking a mindful connection with God. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this video helpful, and feel free to leave a comment below to share your thoughts with us. We hope you've gained a deeper understanding of why God rested on the seventh day and the significance of the Sabbath. Stay blessed and see you next time.